Hello, fellow people of the internet, and welcome to the first episode of Quick Guides, where I give a basic overview of games and their mechanics. I'm Indoorwinner, and for today's episode, we will be overviewing World of Tanks. There's a lot of information within this game that I will try to condense as much as possible, but I will be sure to expand upon major aspects of the game in other Quick Guides episodes. And now, a brief history of World of Tanks, which no one really wants to hear, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's easy to Google stuff. World of Tanks is a teen-rated online strategy simulation game that made its official release for the PC on August 12, 2010 by a company known as Wargaming. Since then, Wargaming has also released two other popular PC-based simulation games, World of Warplanes on November 12, 2015, and World of Warships on September 17, 2016. World of Tanks later expanded to console in 2013 and mobile devices in May 2014. By 2016, World of Tanks has acquired approximately 140 registered players based in Russia, Asia, Europe, and North American servers. Enough with the history lesson, let's get into the basics of the game. World of Tanks is a free-to-play game that is obviously based around tanks that were either built or considered being built or just plain made up around World War II. World of Tanks allows the player to drive, position, and shoot in tanks in online multiplayer battles with other users in your region. Vehicles are divided up by nation, type, and tier. Players begin with Tier 1 vehicles, then unlock tiers through playing all the way until the highest tier, Tier 10. Each vehicle also allows customization through module, gun, turret, engine, radio, and tread, upgrades, crew training, and various equipment that creates further tank customization. To unlock tanks and their modules, you must collect enough experience and credits to research and purchase the tank, causing it to appear in your garage and allowing it to play it. Experience and credits are earned through playing battles, but credits and premium tanks are also available for purchase at the premium shop at worldoftanks.com. Each random battle, or the most basic battle for World of Tanks, consists of two teams with 15 players on either team. Tier 10 tanks are able to get into 30 versus 30 grand battles, but we'll save that for another time. The tiers that you will see in each battle are limited based upon the tier of the vehicle that you went into the battle with. The maximum tier difference is 2, whether above or below your tank's tier. For example, if you go into a battle in a tier 6, then you can either face up to tier 8 tanks or down to tier 4 tanks. Of course, tier 10s can't face tier 12s, and tier 1s can't face tier... what would it be? -1? Anyway, there are a maximum of 3 different tiers allowed in one battle, though it is often the case that there is only 1 or 2 tiers. The teams receive an equal amount of tanks of each tier and type, so that the matchmaking remains as fair as possible. The goal of each random battle is to destroy all enemy tanks or capture the enemy base within the 15 minutes of playtime per game. To capture the enemy base, a tank must enter the enemy's cap circle. The countdown will then begin at the top of the screen near the score list. The capture may be sped up when more allied tanks enter the cap circle. Up to 3 tanks can speed up the cap circle timer at once. Meaning, if a 4th tank enters the cap circle, the timer will not go any faster than if it only had 3 tanks in it. Be careful while capping, however, because the enemy will know exactly where you are, their cap circle. If you are attempting to cap, try to avoid being seen and hide behind cover. If an enemy damages a tank inside the capture circle, that tank's capture points will be reset. Vehicles from 10 nations are currently in the game, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. I will go over each in more detail in a future episode, but there are USSR, or Soviet Russia, USA, or America, obviously, Germany, France, Great Britain, China, Japan, Czechoslovakia, Sweden. All nations have a different set of stats and playstyles, so there's no way I could fit them all into a quick guide, so I'll have an entire separate video going into each of them later. There are 5 different tanks types in the game: light tanks, medium tanks, heavy tanks, tank destroyers, and artillery. Light tanks usually have little armor and low penetrating guns, but have great speed and maneuverability. Don't worry about not being able to do damage for larger amounts of experience and credits, however. The typical light tank role is to spot hidden enemies for the rest of the team to shoot at. Damage done by your spotting in a light tank from your allies gives you half the experience and credits that the shooter gained from the damage. Light tanks are completely defenseless, however. Lights are also able to isolate lone, slow, heavy tanks and encircle them, often able to take out large tanks from the sides and rear where the armor is weakest. For this reason, light tanks become more dangerous as the battle progresses. Good light tanks are able to rack up major scores quickly. Unlike light tanks, heavy tanks are, well, heavy. They are typically well armored and slow moving, having high penetrating, long reload guns that allow them to brawl with enemy heavy tanks. Heavy tanks also usually have much more hit points or health than the rest of the tank classes. Heavy tanks are at the front of the action, pumping large caliber fire into the enemy and bouncing return fire. Heavies clear the way for the rest of the team, forming a direct path towards the enemy base. Medium tanks, my personal favorite type in the game, allows for a combination of light and heavy tank strengths. Medium tanks are speedy, though usually not as fast as lights, and have decent armor capabilities. Mediums also have rapid fire, average damaging guns that allow them to have large amounts of DPM, or damage per minute. Much like light tanks, this allows medium tanks to isolate enemy heavies and tank destroyers and outmaneuver them. making them extremely dangerous in certain situations. Medium tanks are the most versatile class in the game, moving around the battlefield and reinforcing weak flanks or pushing through strong ones. Tank destroyers are the sneakiest class in the game. While the light tanks spot enemies, the tank destroyers are hiding in bushes towards the back, sniping at targets. Tank destroyers typically have the highest damage per shot and accuracy, allowing them to become extremely dangerous and well hidden from long range. Tank destroyers are able to pick apart enemies without being seen, but often fall victim to light and medium tanks at close range. Don't let the enemy get behind you, as most tank destroyers don't have a fully traversable turret, making them easy targets from the side and rear. The last tank classes aren't tanks at all. Artillery, or self-propelled guns, are the most hated class in the game. Sorry artillery players, it's true. Even I hate you, and I like almost every single tank class in the game. But artillery is just very, very aggravating on the battlefield. Unlike typical tank sniping view, artillery gets a top-down view of the battlefield, allowing the artillery player to put shots into the enemy from the back of the map. Artillery fire their shells in an arc, blasting high explosive shells into the enemy from your allied base. While all it seems like is a poof on your map, in their perspective, they're getting blasted to bits. Artillery has the highest damage potential in the game, if you can hit and penetrate your target. This large damage also comes with a price, very long aiming and reload times, along with the worst accuracy in the game, balancing this type of vehicle, quote unquote. But of course they always seem to hit me just fine. If action and face-to-face combat isn't your thing, artillery is for you. However, artillery gets almost no health and armor, so if you're spotted, you'll die quickly, because everyone loves the easy artillery kill. This is the most condensed way I could think of giving you guys a quick look into World of Tanks. I will be making more videos on this game that will go more in depth into different nations, tank types, battle crew types, weaknesses. Let's just say there's a lot of information I will be covering, becoming more advanced as I go. I have quite a few announcements, so I'm going to go as quickly as possible to not bore you all. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on updates to the series and watch some other videos. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and share the video with your friends that are interested in World of Tanks or just interested in how amazing my voice is. Also, one last bit of information. I'm planning on doing some future collabs with another YouTuber called Friends Pro Gaming, or his in-game name, King Reaper 097. His name is actually cringier than mine. Anyway, I put a link to his channel in the description below, but warning, it is rated T for teen channel and stuff, so yeah. But just to give you guys a little idea of what he sounds like, I recorded him attempting to sell out his channel. Your task is to try to sell out your channel as quickly as possible, okay? Ready? Okay, you could try twice, I guess.
What's up, guys? Check out my channel. My name is Friends Pro Gaming, and hope you guys enjoy my videos. Oh, dang it. Let me try again.
Okay, take two. Oh, sorry.
Right.
Sorry. Yeah, okay, go.
What's up, guys? My name is Friends Pro Gaming. Hope you check out my channel, and see you there.
Yeah, so he sounds like that. Okay, I'm done selling out my and others' channels. Also, I'm not usually this organized, but this time I cheated with a script. Wahaha! Anyway, see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss up. Oh god, that didn't go well. Okay, let's try that again.